An asylum seeker in the UK has been found guilty of murdering a hotel worker at a railway station in Walsall. 27-year-old Rhiannon Skye Whyte was stabbed 23 times after finishing her late-night shift at the Park Inn by Radisson Hotel, a migrant hotel. Her killer, Deng Chol Majek, was a Sudanese asylum seeker who had been staying at the same hotel under the government's migrant accommodation program. He followed her towards Bescot Stadium railway station before carrying out a brutal and unprovoked attack. Rhiannon Skye Whyte had been working at the Park Inn Hotel for just 3 months. She was described by colleagues as friendly, hardworking, and always willing to help others. On the night of the 20th of October, 2024, she completed a late shift that ended shortly after 11 p.m. After changing out of her uniform, she collected her belongings and left the hotel through the staff exit. Her plan was simple: walk to Bescot Stadium railway station and take the train home. It was a short, familiar route she had taken many times before. But that night, someone was watching her. That man was Deng Chol Majek. He claimed to be 19 years old, though documents later suggested he was 27. Majek had arrived in Britain from Sudan, claiming asylum in July 2024, after travelling through Libya, Italy, and Germany before reaching the UK by small boat. He had been placed in the Park Inn by Radisson as part of the government's migrant accommodation scheme. While his claim was processed, hotel staff had already raised concerns about his behaviour. Female employees said he would sit for long periods, silently staring at them as they worked. One worker told police he made them feel deeply uncomfortable. CCTV footage from inside the hotel on the night of the murder showed Majek staring directly at Rhiannon as she worked her shift. He sat motionless, watching her from reception, before standing up and leaving moments after she clocked out. Investigators later said it was clear he had fixated on her. Minutes later, Majek left the hotel wearing sandals, dark clothing, and carrying a screwdriver, later confirmed as the murder weapon. Cameras captured him crossing the car park and following Rhiannon down the road towards Bescot Stadium station. The footage shows him trailing several meters behind, keeping her in sight as she walked. As she made her way to the platform, Rhiannon was on the phone to a friend. They spoke for several minutes as Rhiannon described finishing work and walking home. Then, suddenly, the friend heard a scream, and the line went dead. That was the moment Rhiannon was attacked. At around 11:20 p.m., Majek struck. The assault was savage and relentless. He stabbed her 23 times, 11 of the wounds penetrating her skull and causing a fatal brain injury. Paramedics rushed her to hospital, but she died 3 days later from her injuries. After the killing, Majek calmly walked away. He threw her phone into the River Tame to destroy evidence. Then he went to a shop, bought alcohol, and returned to the hotel. CCTV from the hotel car park later showed him dancing, laughing, and appearing to celebrate. Police described the footage as deeply disturbing. At the same moment, emergency services were at the station, desperately trying to save Rhiannon's life. When officers arrived, they found her lying motionless beside her belongings. Her phone was missing. The station was sealed off, and a full murder investigation began. Detectives gathered CCTV from the hotel, nearby shops, and the route to the station. Within hours, they identified Deng Chol Majek, the prime suspect. The next morning, police entered the hotel and arrested him in his room. He appeared calm and said very little. Forensic teams later found Rhiannon's blood on his jacket, his sandals, and the screwdriver recovered near the scene. DNA under his fingernails also matched Rhiannon, proof that she had fought back during the attack. When questioned, Majek gave conflicting accounts. He denied knowing Rhiannon, then claimed he had been drunk and couldn't remember what happened. Police described his answers as evasive and inconsistent, but the evidence against him was overwhelming. CCTV placed him at every step of the route. His DNA was found on the weapon, and the chilling footage of him dancing after the murder destroyed any suggestion of remorse. The case went to trial at Wolverhampton Crown Court in October 2025. Majek was charged with murder and possession of an offensive weapon. The prosecution described the killing as a ferocious and senseless act of violence. They told the jury Rhiannon was simply walking home from work when she was targeted. Hotel staff gave emotional evidence during the trial. One witness said Majek often sat silently watching the female staff, including Rhiannon, for long periods. Another said he would appear suddenly in doorways, staring but not speaking. The prosecution argued that his behavior showed clear signs of obsession in the days leading up to the murder. The jury was shown CCTV of him dancing in the car park after the attack. In the footage, Majek appears to sway and smile, holding a drink in his hand. Prosecutors told the court that this was not confusion or intoxication, it was celebration. Majek claimed he had been drunk and had no memory of his actions, but the jury rejected his explanation. After deliberation, Deng Chol Majek was found guilty of murder and possession of a weapon. He showed little emotion as the verdict was read out. Because of uncertainty surrounding his true age, sentencing was postponed until immigration officials could verify his records. West Midlands police released a statement following the verdict with a spokesman saying, "A completely innocent young woman whose life was taken in the most horrific circumstances." He said officers had worked tirelessly to bring her killer to justice. Rhiannon's family released a heartfelt tribute. They said, "She was the light of our lives, kind, funny, and loved by everyone who knew her." They thanked police and the community for their support, adding that no family should ever have to endure what they had suffered. In the days following the trial, the community of Walsall came together to remember her. Flowers, candles, and messages of condolence were left along the railings. Friends described Rhiannon as beautiful, genuine, and always smiling. The murder sparked widespread discussions about safety for women working late shifts. Campaigners called for better lighting and security around train stations and hotel areas. Local councillors said her death should be a wake-up call to protect vulnerable workers and review safety policies. The case also renewed debate about the UK's asylum accommodation system and the need for better checks and safeguarding measures in hotels housing migrants. Authorities confirmed that Majek had arrived in Britain in July 2024, only 3 months before the murder. As for Majek, he remains in custody awaiting formal sentencing. The judge described him as a dangerous individual who posed a clear risk to the public. He is expected to serve a lengthy prison sentence once his verified age is confirmed. The murder of Rhiannon Skye Whyte stands as one of the most shocking and senseless crimes to strike the West Midlands in recent years. A young woman, simply walking home after work, attacked by someone she barely knew. Her life ended in an act of brutality that left a family broken, a community grieving, and a nation asking how this could happen. Rhiannon's name now serves as a reminder of the dangers faced by lone workers and of the importance of justice, safety, and accountability for all.
We're not doing it!
Stand right there for me.
George.
Hands behind your back.
Just leave him there for now.
What's your name?
Deng Chol.
What is it?
Deng Chol.
Right, stand up here for me.
I'm going to say to you. Yeah.
That's the phone there.
Yeah.
Try there.
Not what he's got on, is he? Not what he's wearing. There we go. No.
Suspicion, attempted murder. Okay. Do you not say anything? Lay on the fence. Do you not mention one question or something later on in court? You continue to do so, but make it with evidence. Okay. Necessities for the arrest. Okay, to prevent further injury. And to prevent effective investigation. Okay.
Screams of pain from this beautiful little boy will haunt me for the rest of my life. Rhiannon's life was not the only one taken that day. Majek stole a crucial piece from all of us. Throughout this trial, we have been given no reason as to why he chose Rhiannon, no accountability for his actions, and no remorse.
This is World News Watch. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And as always, stay safe.